Hi everybody, my name is Andrea of MAKADREZ.com. Today I am sitting here with King P. How are you today?
Intoxicated.
I see you've been sipping since we walked into this place.
No, I'm in good spirits, honestly.
I'm loving the vibe. We're actually in your recording studio right now.
Yes, you are. We in S5 Studio. Shout out Kia Siobhan, aka the mix artist. She likes to call herself that.
Yeah, she's dope.
Very.
She is dope.
She's been behind like everything that I've done.
So you have a lot going on in the studio today. Let me know what's going on.
Let
us know what's going on.
Well, we're doing an in-studio video shoot for a little Chun-Li freestyle, and so I'm just like on some. I don't know if I want to take it like to be Ryu, Ken, or Fei Long, because like I love to have people research things. Like even in my music, you'll hear that. So like Ryu, Ken, everybody knows her from Street Fighter. That's why she went Chun-Li. She ain't go Cammy. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at right now. We in the video shoot. Little random joint, and I'm just.
But why Chun-Li out of all songs? Why did you choose that song?
You want me to tell you? You really want me to tell you?
Yes,
because my bro, also like my business partner, my manager. I can call him so many different things. He was just like, "Yo, P, the album is dope," and he's like, "Well, we gotta stay current outside of that because, granted, I'm not there yet. So you gotta look at you gotta be real. You gotta look at the reality of things. So it's just like give them something, like kill a beat." That's new. That like somebody like people know. And what better thing to do than a Nicki Minaj beat? Where it's controversial, where a lot of people are sitting here like it might be trash, it might not be. Well, listen, I'ma do it and it's not gonna be trash. So like that's how it came about. So that's where we're at with that.
But you could have done a Cardi B too, because Cardi B, she's very relevant right now.
I could have. I really could have. Thing about it is, like actually listen to her album. I just wanna let her breathe. She's a freshman. I wanna let her breathe.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, like I just want her to be great, do her thing. But Nicki Minaj is a vet. Nicki Minaj been really like in the game about 10 years. Can you say that about 10 years?
Pretty
so
much
just like
a minute.
Yeah, so if I like fuck up one of her beats, it's all good. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's all good.
So let us know, who is King P? That's an interesting name. Who is King P?
So I mean, I got the name from my uncle. Shout out my uncle Dwayne. I mean my uncle D. Like growing up like my government, you know what I'm saying, like he was always just like, you feel like you're a king and a prince or whatever the case may be. So he was just like, so he always used to call me King P because I guess like my attitude's like very nonchalant. And anybody that knows me, like I'm very nonchalant with everything I do. Like I don't know if you get like I'm very laid back and chill.
I see that. You have a good energy to you.
Appreciate it. So he was like on some like, I'm gonna start calling you King P, and I'm just like, all right. So that stuck. And that was like from like 1998, you know what I mean? So since then, it's just been King P, King P, and King P. Like I went through like different names, like Big King P. Like it was just so much like left field things, but like that stuck because I loved like his thought process on it, where he was saying like, like you a prince and you want to be treated like a king. I get it. And then like I took it a step further as I started to get more into it myself, and I'm just like at the end of the day. Like when the king dies, the prince take over the throne. So it's always going to be a rotation to me as far as the throne goes. So it's corny.
That's actually a really good analogy. It's not corny because when you put it like that, that's a really good analogy.
That's what happens when you get older and you start like thinking about stuff. You know what I mean?
I know, right? You get wise and old.
Wiser.
I'm looking at this hat right now. So this hat that you're wearing right now, it really stands out. Are you part of a frat?
No and yes. I'm gonna go.
But why? Yes. Why no and yes?
Because like I said, I don't want to disrespect the fraternity brothers or the sorority sisters because like the size symbol is upside down. The sigma, if I'm not mistaken, sigma is backwards. And then the theta symbol, you can't like really turn it no way. So it is what it is.
Right.
So like I turned the side to become an H, and then I turned the sigma symbol to be a backwards E. So like I did my research on it. Like psi is psychology, and so it's just like the mental. So I turned it upside down to be on some like, misunderstood type thing. But I also turned it like to be like the H. So it's like the HOE. So at the end of the day, like breaking that aspect of it down and just what I wanted it to mean, which is like humble over everything. So in the same token, it's just like, it's a fraternity / sorority of humility. You know what I mean? So where most people may take it like you're trying to make a mockery, I'm actually not. I'm just trying to build on what you guys have bestowed upon a bunch of African Americans, Europeans, as far as like a brotherhood, a sisterhood, and building my own little, my own little situation on it. That's all it is.
I do see what you're saying, and I do see the other side where it's kind of like you are making a mockery of it. That's exactly
Right.
why I pointed the hat
Right,
out.
and that's why like I always had to clear it up. Like my boy Jameer Pond, like he like I asked him, I'm like, yo, would you be willing to? And he is like a hard body frat, like he's a frat boy. But it's like, would you be willing to model my stuff? Because like he works with like high end like radio companies and stuff like.
So you have a line of this because you said my stuff.
Yes and no. Again, like I've given you the mix, but like it's one of those where like if people inquire, like I mainly make a lot of things for me when I do like performances and just video shoots and just when I feel like it.
Okay.
But I am getting into the point of mass producing a lot of things. I'm gonna keep it simple with the tanks and dad hats because summer's coming up, so it only makes sense to do that. And if people want to have Ho across their chest, by all means, let them have it. But it means something. It's not just a mockery, Like humility is something that's very big to me and who I am as a person, an individual. You know what I'm saying?
So let's just backtrack a little bit because we are here to talk about Holy University. So Holy University, there's a lot going on within this album, and one of the things that stood out to me were the skits. it was a lot of witty and fun skits within there, basically. So I'm just curious to know what inspired the story behind the album.
Well, growing up, I listened to a lot of Kanye. Like my major influence were Kanye, Ludacris. Like their first couple of albums where they were raw, organic, and just like had a lot of fun with it. Because it's evident to see that at a certain point in time, you lose the love for music and it becomes a business. And like their first couple of albums was like the love for music, so they were able to have fun with it. So in the same token, I wanted to take the pressure off myself and just say, you know what, I'm gonna have fun with this album. And with the skits, that was like a more so, I guess, like a knock to them. Like, listen, this real music is still very valid. We can still do this very easily. Like, it's not a lost art. And a lot of people don't do skits, Like, I realize that. I don't know why.
Because honestly, when I heard it, I thought of a College Dropout.
I appreciate that. I mean, and the college theme, probably.
Yeah, that too.
But like, even like the latest person to do that, if I'm not mistaken, was Big Sean. And he had skits on his album. And I smiled when I heard his album. I'm like, yeah. Because you have to think outside that box. You have to give people a story. You know what I mean? And like, even down to my visuals are a story outside of the album. And then like you have a story within the album. So it's like you want to be able to push people's creative thought processes because they just want everything to be just here, this is what it is. Like, nah, like search for things, like look a little deeper. So with the skits, I'm really trying to give you a full-on story so you can like keep up with people. Like I've had people tell me like, yo, Benny bodied you in the cypher. Wavy 3V's bodied you in the cypher. What are you gonna do with the Dean? And I like that because now you create a fan base of like, I want to know what's next. To the point like, shit, I might have people be on some like, I'm Team Benny, I'm Team Wavy, I'm Team Dean. You know what I'm saying? I'm Team King P. So like, I'm just trying to give everybody a bunch of different outlets and aspects on it. You know what I'm saying? So it feels good to have people really look at it and appreciate that.
Who was Benny? Because you have all these different voices on this album. So who are these people you collab with to do these voiceovers?
Well, Benny was King P, Wavy 3V's was King P, and the Dean was King P.
So King P, so they were all you?
Yeah, I did all that shit. I did because at the end of the day, like what's that saying? If you want something done, you get it done yourself.
That is true.
Yeah, so I'm just on that wave where like Benny, I decided to be on my like, I feel like every person embodied just what I felt like throwing out there.
So how did you pick these specific characters?
Well,
because Benny, he definitely has his own lane in this. Wavy 3, which was introduced towards the ending of the album, he definitely brought another aspect to this. And we have King P.
You know what's so crazy?
Who's trying to get into the university.
Right.
So what made you create these characters?
You know what's crazy? Wavy 3V's like he literally has, I guess we can say 1.5 takes on the album.
Right.
And he's actually one of the most popular characters.
Because he's hilarious.
Like, and I was sitting here, I'm just
and
like,
Benny too. Benny's hilarious.
I'm like, God, I'm like, damn. But like Benny, like if you're like, all right, so How High, great movie,
right?
Great African American movie. I swear to God, I love that movie.
It's so funny you said that because the aspect, the skit where Benny, King P met Wavy 3V, perfect. How High,
right?
How High.
So I'm gonna take it a step further. Benny, the guy with the bicycle.
Yes.
Like here, like he's a fucking, like he's a whole white bread. And I was like, I found some weed, now I'm black. You know what I'm saying? So like that was kind of like an inspiration as far as that went. So it was just like, Benny, I'm just like, fuck it, I'm gonna get on my white boy. You know what I mean? And just like be ridiculously white. Even in the cipher, which is the last track on the album.
Yes.
Like
it's actually a really good cipher. I like that.
I wrote
dope cipher.
You know what's funny? Like I wish I could get my engineer.
And you did a voiceover through the whole cipher.
Through the whole thing.
That's crazy.
I actually wish I can get my engineer out here to tell you how that went. I recorded Benny. I think I waited about 2 months, and I recorded Wavy. And then for King P, it took about 4 months. Because,
why?
So with Benny, because you know he's Caucasian, and I was just like, all right, I have to rap like things that are gonna make him like it's gonna hit home with him, and like so I had to embody my like inner Eminem. You know what I'm saying? Where like when he's like riding bikes or fucking up car alarms, that's white people shit. Like, you know, fuck, like, what was it? Fucking cheerleaders and taking their pom-poms. I give your mom back shots eating bonbons. Like, that's white people shit. We just gotta put that out there. So it was just...
I sorry to cut you off, but like you said, like, the way you put it, when you heard Benny line, I honestly thought it was somebody who's just like, oh, you want to rap, just get on the track, whatever.
Right.
It was like, you heard it.
Because Benny
does not have no background in rap, but it just... trying.
Yeah,
you know?
Benny, and that's like, and that's the segue of watching the growth of Benny. So it was just like with that, I actually like literally research white people shit, so I could like make it make sense. Because in the same token, like I'm gonna make a mockery, but I want it to make sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like Wavy is my attempt at the trap rappers, the new rappers, the rappers that literally don't give a fuck. And like, so it was one of those where I'm sitting here, I'm just like, all right, well, Wavy, I'ma literally say whatever I want and do what I want. And then obviously King P, he has to be a mature artist about the whole thing. So it was just like I'm able to express myself as far as an artist goes within each three of those characters. You know what I mean? So I like I said, the fact that I have a lot of people that are excited to see where they're going and everything like that, it was just me expressing it and building on it. And like within the college, you have that whole aspect of a white person that may want to be black.
Right.
You have that like that, I guess, trap rapper that is just like, I'm just here because like my mother and my father just said, fuck, we got a scholarship. I'm gonna smoke mad weed, do mad lean, connect with mad people and do whatever. Right. And then you got King P, who may be somebody that I just made it into college.
Right.
I'm struggling, I'm grinding, so I'm gonna put my all into it. So like that's the difference of each one. And as the series with the Holy University projects go, like they'll grow and people will see a little more about them.
But why Holy University? Why did you name that? Because holy is not even spelled like your traditional holy. So why did you spell the word exactly the way you did it for that specific album?
I know that they always say and they talk about like religious beliefs, right? And like they say a lot of wars are created over religious beliefs. So like when me saying HOELY, it's just like, fuck it, a religion of humility. Like it's just so many realms that I decided to dive into, where it's just like practice being humble. Practice that. Like, you want to practice praying to XYZ, like, fuck it, that's cool. But practice being humble. Because being humble gets you so many different, like, it gets you in so many different avenues, no matter who you are. It doesn't matter who you pray to. But once you practice humility, it's a bunch of different, like you can get so far with a bunch of different things. So that's why I came up with the whole Holy University situation. And it's just like, you know, schooling, learning different subjects, which is why, like, the album goes along with different like taglines and songs and all that good stuff. So, yeah.
Who are you influenced by?
Kanye, Luda, Eminem, all for it. I'll tell you right now. Old Kanye, we miss you, old Yeezy. We miss you, old Kanye. Old Kanye, Luda, Eminem. And as I got older, you know what I'm saying? Drake definitely, J. Cole, Big Sean, and let me see, and Wale, like, because I always, like, I felt like as far as class goes, I'd be in that class with those artists.
So because people would describe Wale, I said Wale, kind of
I'm the
like,
one drinking.
I know, right? Kind of like a conscious type rapper. Is that how you would describe your style of rap?
Yeah, it's like so many make-its of different things because it's just like how I feel. Like, I give you like a record like Down Not Out, where like I literally talk about like my struggles as far as like life. It's not even about just being a rapper, like literally things that I've been through. Like where I start off like the first verse with like, would you ever wake up smelling gasoline fumes? Mind tripping, that's what gasoline do. And that was literally for me sleeping in cars, like trying to like sleeping in cars. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to get my life together and stuff like that. And like, you know, the whole saying of like if you stay in a car too long with like no windows cracked, you know, the whole gasoline and everything like that. So it's just like, and that's me being conscious within myself. And it's not me sitting here saying to anybody, listen, like I want you to feel sorry for my struggle, but it's just like, don't be ashamed of your struggle. If you were really going through something, by all means, put that in words, put that in lyrics, like let people know. Because at the end of the day, you never know who is sitting here and saying like, nah, I feel you. Like I went through that. Like I'm actually not ashamed to talk about that. And so like Wale's conscious, but Wale's very versatile. It's also ratchet. You know what I'm saying?
He can be. He can be, but he throw a little vibe in there where he's not like, let me see who's ratchet. He's not like Future Ratchet.
Right.
He's not like Future Ratchet.
Right. I'm working my way up to Future Ratchet. You know what I mean? I'm working my way
He's
up
more
to
so
Future
like
Ratchet.
I'm not gonna say he's a Drake Ratchet, but he's smooth with it.
He's a sophisticated.
That's what I mean.
He has sophisticated ratchetness.
Yes, that's what
Can we
I'm
go with
gonna
that?
say.
Can we say that?
Yes, we could say
Because
that. That's perfect. Perfect words. For
like
that.
he'll
Perfect.
he'll go to the strip club with Drake, and Drake will really be like fake in love and say like I want to take you home, and like Wale will leave with her because it'll just be like the way he speaks is just completely different. It's like, oh my god, he said so many words to me, like I don't know what he said, but he said it and it made sense. Now I'm going home with Wale. So it's just one of those where like, you know, like these guys, like the main inspirations I had was the early Luda, the early M, the early Kanye. It's like it gave you the opportunity to just be free and be who you are.
Do you have a favorite track on the album? Or a few favorite tracks from the album?
Depends on the mood I'm in. Off rip, I'll say Faded Pictures.
I like that track.
I appreciate that.
That's a really good track.
I appreciate
Definitely
that.
dope
There's
track.
a visual out for that now if people haven't seen it. You know.
Check it out.
Visual. But like that was from just a real place. Like I performed it at shows, and that's left field for you to perform something like that because you want everybody hype and all of that. And I had like somebody come to me after like I performed this, like, yo, you said like your chorus was so fire, like how you fall in love and then you fall apart. And I'm just like, well, that's real shit. Like when you like, you know what I mean? Like that's just real shit. So it's just like I'm gonna give you real shit. If you fuck with it, you fuck with it. If not, then hey, you probably never fell in love or anything like that of that nature. So, but Faded Pictures.
But why in that song? I'm just curious because I was just like, what do you mean? What's he trying to say? When you say it's easier to love bitches, why did you use that line? What did you mean by that, basically?
In Faded Pictures?
Yeah, Faded Pictures.
I mean, let me see. It's not, because I guess we're like in a sense with bitches.
Because in the song you did talk about the issues within love, and I just figured the way I took it as it's easier to not be in love and just to be in love with bitches. It's not to use that word so vulgar like that, but
you know what it is. All right, so I can literally break down that whole song for you easily. It's just like men don't feel, right? We don't feel. Allegedly, because let women tell it,
quote unquote.
I know I'm probably saying this like I'm saying women don't feel. You about to hook me real quick, but like men don't feel, and like I don't think women tend to understand that men will deal with things in a completely different way. Like say you do some foul shit to me, I'm probably just gonna drink, smoke, go to the gym, play 2K, play ball. Things of that nature. I'm like, as much as y'all think we gonna be out here fucking a million women, we're probably not doing that. Sorry, I pulled the whole Steve Harvey. But it's just one of those things where it's just like, these are things you want to say. Like when I started off the second verse where like, excuses never seem to work. You telling me I don't see the hurt, scared to walk away, who's leaving first. It's like, no matter what I tell you, it's an excuse. So it's just like, I can be telling you the truth and it just don't work. So it's just like, at this point, like nothing I say to you is valid. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, so you're probably scared to walk away. I'm scared to walk away. So which one of us is going to do? I just want to know who's leaving. Because if I decide to say I'm leaving, you're probably going to like come up with some bullshit. You know what I mean? So it's not bitches. It's not necessarily bitches. It's just a man really sitting here and saying like, this is what it is. And at the end of the day, if you decide to listen to it, you can listen to it. If not, then you probably still ain't hearing me because you're already in your feelings. Because again, women don't think men feel. Like if you're in a committed relationship and both of you guys are in love, a woman's feelings trumps a man's instantly.
Right.
That's just how it is. Like they just trump it. So it's like women don't think men feel. You know what I mean? So that's what that record is fully about. No matter what we do or how we say it or what we try to do, it ain't gonna be valid because you mad. I was talking to my homeboy. I'm like, you ever got mad at your shorty? And then she got mad at you because you was mad at her. So now you got to rectify the situation because she mad.
That's
but you
all
was mad
part of
first.
the cycle, though. It's all part of the cycle, like they say.
Why is that right? Why is that right? So it's like then you sit back and like, yo, I was the one that was mad first. Like she did wrong, but like that's where that came from. That was just from a whole different place of just like, I'm gonna say what I gotta say. You never hear me on a regular basis. I'm gonna say it in the song.
Okay, so let's backtrack. How long have you been rapping? Or should I say, how long have you been creating music?
We can say about 10 years. We'll go with 10 years.
10 years taking it seriously? Or just 10 years?
10 years. Just 10 years. Taking it seriously probably for like the past two, 3. But 10 years like altogether. Like if I wanted to be like a jerk and go wild far back, like I won national writing contest in like the 2nd grade. Yeah, that far back. Like so I knew so my pen was always elite. But I say 10 years. Like when I, discovered the whole art of putting together like, vocals with beats and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So
what's the message you want to convey to your audience when they hear this album?
I just want them to feel, honestly. Like there's when I made this album, it wasn't a sense of I need people to turn up. I need people to like. It was just one of those things where it's just like I want you to connect. Whatever you connect with, if you connect with track 1 and 9, you connect with track 1 and 9. You connect with a skit, you connect with a skit. You connect with the outro, you connect with the outro, but connect with something. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and give you generic music. I'm not going to sit here and just say to you like, I'm going to spoon feed you this. You're going to love it for like 17 days and then toss it away. Like, I want you to be able to say, I heard it, it's cool. And then come back and like 2 months later be like, yo, I ran this track back like 3 times. Yo, like I ran this track back like 7 times. Yo, I did not know that this track was so fire. I want that. So therefore it sets up to be like, yo, he's an artist that really gives me something, substance. I'm not Chinese food. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna get you full real quick and then like you're hungry after. That's not me. So that's what I'm trying to get people with this album. And then, moving forward, a bunch of other things that you happen to catch a sneak peek of while you were here.
So who did you work for to produce the album? Did you produce it yourself or did you have producers that you worked with?
I had one other producer that produced A. Miller. Shout out my boy A. Miller. He produced some joints and about 85% of the album was produced by me.
So you created the beats and everything?
Yeah, like I was sitting down, headphones on, all that good stuff, producing.
Dope.
Yeah, I produced it. I was Benny and Wavy. Yeah, like had a lot of time on my hands, I guess. But that's when you going through whatever you're going through. You tend to turn to something that comforts you, and like music was my comfort. Music was like my situation. So
what are you using to create these productions? Since you did produce it yourself.
Through the album, I used Fruity Loops. And what's crazy is, to me, it was an easy program, like a very easy program. But like I found out that a lot of producers found that program is very hard to use, which was like shocking to me. So Fruity Loops was like my main program. I love snares, I love hi-hats, so I used to throw a lot of joints onto that. And
define these programs, because right now you're defining engineer programs that I'm like, huh?
Nah, Fruity Loops. I mean, you can get it anywhere. Like I know the only multi-platinum producer that I know that uses that, and I'll probably have to research to find others, is Just Blaze. Like Just Blaze used that, and he's a beast. I literally wanted to be like on some Ryan Leslie type stuff. Like I really tried to learn instruments, and Ryan Leslie is a beast in production.
Yes, he is.
Like I was watching YouTube pages when this man was like ordering instruments as he's producing. That shit fire. Like that takes a lot of money and just like a lot like that shit was fire. I was sitting there, I'm like, I would love to work with him, because him, like he'll get things done like ASAP.
But that all goes from investing in your craft.
This is true. This is very true. So like that's why I was sitting up, I was making a shitload of beats, and putting the album together as best well as I could.
So how long did it take you to produce this album then, since it was you alone that produced 85%
about 4 years.
of it?
About 4 years. And that's what makes the album that much more organic. The fact that it's 4 years and like my bars still hit people 4 years later. Like
Wow.
I've said that. You know what I'm saying? Like my bars still hit people 4 years later, where it's just one of those things where it's like, wait, this shit was so fire. And that's 4 years old. Like 4 years old. So I just really do want to get to the point where I'm sitting here and I'm just on some, alright, you got hype over 4-year-old bars? I want you to get hype over something that's right now. You could be like, nah, he said that? Like, so that's like, but 4 years, some about 4 years, so I really put this album together.
So the producers that you did create this album with,
Literally
are
just-
these recent producers that you met over time?
I
Are
knew
they there in the process?
it was literally one producer that worked on this album, that's A Miller, and I knew him for like a good 4 or 5 years. But the joints that he worked on were recent, about a year or two old. Yeah. He gonna be working on the next one. He's definitely gonna be working on the next one. So like, I look forward to really situating that as far as keeping the story alive and everything.
So for the wrap up question,
Hit me with it. I'm ready.
what is success to you?
A success is being comfortable. It's being comfortable in your own skin.
I hear that a lot, and I want you to really elaborate on that when you say being comfortable, because I hear a lot of people say that.
A lot of people want millions, but at the end of the day, like, would you really be comfortable with millions? Do you know what do you know what comes with those millions? Like, people look at the whole more money, more problems, moniker and really feel like that is such a lame moniker, but it's real shit. Like, with more money does come more problems, no matter how much you peg it out. And like I said, recently I was listening to the Cardi album, because I ain't really trying to listen to albums, but I heard her album. I can give it a quick run through, J. Cole's album as well. And then I was looking at some tweets she put up, where she's like, I get why artists don't connect with the fans, because it's just like, the more you get popular, the same people that was rooting for you, like, are slandering you. And I just want to be comfortable, like real comfortable, where it's just like, I can still live a life. I can still go to Rite Aid. Like, I want to be able to do shit like that. Like, but I'm good. Like, I'll sell out like a good 30,000. Not even 30, like, let's say 10,000. Calm 10,000 and keep my life going. That's all I want. Like, I don't want too much. Yeah, like, in the same time, I want to be recognized and all that good stuff, but I ain't trying to have the Michael Jackson effect. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be on some, that's blanket. Like, I ain't trying to do that. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to really keep it where I'm comfortable, where I'm happy. And like, people understand, in the same token that like NBA players and NFL players and stuff, like, they enjoy doing the shit that they love. You're getting paid for shooting. You're getting paid for like tackling somebody. These are things that you grew up on. So in the same token that I won like writing in second grade, I want to get paid for that.
Right.
And I want to just like calmly love it. Because if second grade me looks at me now, I want second grade me to be like, I seen where we were going. I seen what we were planning. And that's just the whole moniker on that. I just want to be comfortable. I want to be happy. Chill, real chill. Humble over everything. Shameless plug. I did it. But like, yeah.
So I'm just curious, who do you see yourself working with now? Because you did say that your craft has grew tremendously over the past 4 years. So who do you see yourself working with? Where your craft is right now?
I'm more humble now, so like, I'm open. Like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I'd be like, nah, I'm not trying to work with you. But if it makes sense, if it makes sense, then at the end of the day, we're gonna do it. And like, it has to make sense on every scale. Like, with me, with you, like, it just has to make sense. It has to be something organic. I don't want nothing forced, none of that. Like I said, the album took 4 years. And it's not saying that I'm trying to make another album in 4 years, because that'll be wild. You know what I mean? Because I'm.
It happens though.
It does, but like, where I'm at right now, like, I gotta keep things going, because I need to get it out for me. So
is this your first mixtape that you're putting out?
It's like, this is the first album I put out. The first project I ever put out was the EP. It's called Who Mans Is That? I was on Dat Piff, and that was forced. I ain't gonna lie, it was forced. But it's on Dat Piff. It is out. It's pretty cool. That
don't seem like something you're proud of.
No, the reason why I said it's pretty cool, like, it's cool, but like when I look back at it, I'm just like, it was forced in a sense. Like, there were joints on it that were cool, but it was forced. Like I got bars in there. I couldn't slack on bars. I can accidentally stumble on a bar, but I can't slack on bars. So it was cool, but like just where I'm at with this whole project, like this whole album, I'm literally setting people up. Like you said, like Benny, Wavy 3Bs, the Dean. I'm setting people up to be on a journey. Even with the music videos, like Janet Jackson, out now on YouTube. Faded Pictures, out now on YouTube. I'm giving you a story. So I want you to look at that. That's the story within the story. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like at this point, I'm just moving. So therefore, like I'm not gonna sit here and half-ass it, especially like knowing how I feel now and just the outlets that I have now. You know what I mean? Probably 2-3 years ago, I probably wouldn't be sitting here with you, to be brutally honest, because I have nothing to show for it.
Right.
But now I'm in a different realm, so it's just like to get these things going.
So what should we expect from you in 2018?
Well, like I said, you just jumped in on the freestyle in studio video, so I'm trying to bust my ass and get that going. I'm going to, because I'm taking out trying out of my vocabulary. I'm going to put out 2 more visuals from the album.
Do you know which ones you're putting out?
I don't want to say. I do know which ones because it has to keep the story going. I'll talk to you off camera about that. But it's just like I know which ones I'm gonna put together. And then at the top of the year, I got like that's gonna start to go into the other portion of Holy University, because Holy University is gonna be like you can't go to college for one. I mean, you can go to college for 1 year, but with me, I ain't going to college for 1 year. We gotta fuck this shit up. We gotta write this shit up. You know what I mean? And we really gotta give people like that college experience. You know what I mean? So with that, I'm really trying to beat people in the head to the point where they're just like, holy shit, I'm a part of Holy University, and go from there.
Well, that sounds amazing. Definitely looking forward to hear what else you have in store. So let us know if anybody want to connect with you, find your music, follow you, watch your YouTube videos. Where exactly can they connect with you?
Well, Holy University, Hoely, is it right? Hoely University. It's literally available everywhere. Like I still been getting emails for like places that's been uploaded to.
They're right there.
You want me to?
Yeah, let them know.
I was so into you. I was so like.
Let them know.
But yeah, Holy University. It's like I got an email the other day that was available on Napster, and I was like, Napster is still around. Right. iHeartRadio. Holy University is available everywhere. Actually, grandmother, she got it in an 8-track. It's there. But Holy University available everywhere. Like I said, Janet Jackson is out on YouTube. Faded Pictures, I just dropped that visual. And contact me, kingpmusic4@gmail. kingpmusic4@gmail.com. I'm not one of those artists. I'm not one of those reworking artists. You know those artists, right? Less work.
Yeah.
Like those less work people. I hate those guys. But I'm not one of those. You hit me up, we're gonna get something done. If you really trying to get something done.
Social media too. Where can they?
HO3. Yeah, I said HO3 LY. The number 1. And it's a lot of things. But type in Watch King P and you'll find me. I'm on social media. Instagram very heavy. Twitter, I tweet every once in a blue, and just hit me up and we'll get things done. I'm not that guy, but I'm that guy.
Well, my name is Andrea of MAKADREZ.com. We just heard from King P himself.
You really not gonna take a beverage? I'll put the whole. I'll put
your blast right now.
Blast. Look. Listen. Like she has been nothing but professional, but low key, we gotta take a beverage now because like this is like the conclusion of everything. Good. Do you think though?
Can I do my wrap up now?
Do you?
Can I do my wrap up? So my name is Andrea. I just sat with King P himself. Definitely look out for his album, Holy University.
HO.
You know where to check him out at on all social media feeds.
HO.
And also where to find his music. And we'll be back again with more dope interviews and dope artists like King P himself.
Holy University available everywhere.
What he just said. Look out every Tuesday, new episodes, and we'll see you soon.
I should have made you take a shot on camera, I swear to God.